Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High School Stadium here on a Thursday night. We are the only game in town, just like the NFL, prime time here in Bedford. I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Corey Munster Tiger. Corey, it's great to be back in our own home press box.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of weeks of travel, a couple of weeks of other feeds from other towns, but you and I are back on the mic. We're ready for an unusual game on an unusual night at an unusual time, but we're ready to go.
And if you're not familiar with why the game is on here at 6:30 on a Thursday, it's because of a lack of football officials. So not just restaurant servers, they're having trouble filling all kinds of positions, bus drivers and high school officials, you name it. But they're getting the game in today anyway, and the teams are on the field right now. The Central Little Green in white with their silver lettering, very reminiscent of, I'd say, the Oakland Raiders road kits.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of the silver and black, they have the silver and green. It does look pretty sharp out there. I tell you what, it's going to be hard for us up here to see the numbers, but we'll deal with that. The unis still look good anyway.
And, of course, Bedford all black today with the white and red trim. You can hear the Bedford band in the background. During the week, we had a chance to talk to Coach Zach Matthews, who, of course, has a tough game to recover from last week. The Goffstown Grizzlies took care of business on their turf on Saturday by a score of 20, I just forgot, so was it 28-14?
28-7, I believe, was the final last week.
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'll double check that. But here's Coach Matthews. Here's what he had to say about the game. We're talking with Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs. Coach, after two solid performances, your team had a big setback against Goffstown, including 5 turnovers. What were the Grizzlies doing that threw you guys off the game?
I think they have a couple players who definitely require some management. You know, they have Peyton Strickland, who's got multiple scholarship offers to D1 schools. And then they got the Capos kid, who's up front, number 70, who creates some problems as well. You know, to be honest, I think they had some defensive back play where...
The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Paul Page, the umpire is Todd Pratt, the back judge is Greg Wilhelmi, the linesman is Richard Driscoll, and the line judge is Mike Rondon.
at it, we knew we were going to have a shorter week anyway with playing on Friday, the Saturday to Friday kind of split there. And so for us, it wasn't, when we looked at the Goffstown film, it wasn't, hey, we need to put in these plays or, hey, we need to do this. It was, for us, it was going to be a return to fundamentals week anyway. Let's focus on our fundamental skills. Let's focus on our blocking and tackling and executing a bit better. And so it really doesn't affect us at all. Usually, typically, a day before a game, it's a pretty light practice anyway. So we've just kind of taken away our walkthrough, and we'll have 2 normal practices on Tuesday and Wednesday during the week.
Thank you for your time, and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach Zach Matthews of the Bedford Bulldogs. The teams are meeting at the logo at the 50-yard line for the coin toss. Captains for both squads waiting for the signal from the officials.
Yeah, Harry, I really appreciate how Coach Matthews was trying to take some of the burden away from Joe Michael there, right? He's talking about the rest of the offense and how it's the responsibility of the receiver, of the offensive lineman to provide protection. It's not all on Joe Michael's shoulders. And, obviously he's when he's doing an interview of this nature, he's going to make sure he stands up for his quarterback. I can tell that just by the competitive nature of Joe Michael that he would have been disappointed in that. But, again, it does not all go back to the quarterback, that 5-interception performance last week. So I imagine he'll be a little angry, a little chip on his shoulder this week and ready to recover from that performance.
Yeah, stats don't tell the whole story. If you watch the game, you could see that there were a lot of miscues. The receivers didn't help him. Blocking didn't help him. Goffstown, of course, let's not take anything away from them. They were fierce. They really put a lot of pressure on the Bulldogs. They definitely deserved to win that game. That final was 28-7. We just checked that, so we were correct with our initial guess. The Bulldogs, I assume, won the toss. They have selected to receive, and they're going to be going from left to right on your TV screen or across your radio dial. And we'll take a moment right now for the national anthem. We'll come back with the call of the game. The Bedford High School Band performing our nation's national anthem. Getting ready for kickoff here at Bedford High Stadium. Like we mentioned, this is the only game in Division I or any division in the NHIAA.
Only game in town.
In fact, Channel 9 is here to cover the game, which is pretty nice. Get all the attention on the evening news tonight. And the teams are beginning to line up.
Yeah, the band getting a little excited here before the kickoff here, trying to get the somewhat sparse crowd at this point, although the student section is filling in nicely. They have the drum majors up front.
And Bailey Bates is getting ready to kick it off here for the Little Green. He's got his hand raised. And there's the kick. It's the squibber. And it's heading for the sidelines. Bedford decides to play it.
Covered up by Russell Irwin there before it goes out of bounds, but almost looked like a fake onside squib there. They were trying to kick it 10 yards and pounce on it, but
it was a pretty effective kick because it kind of froze the Bulldogs. They didn't know whether to play the ball or wait for it to roll out of bounds. And like you said, we finally dove on the ball just to be on the safe side. But the field position's not too bad. They're on their own 30-yard line. And they line up with 2 receivers to the left. Joe Michael is in the shotgun. And with him in the backfield is Logan Sphere. And the pitch is to Sphere. He runs to his left, Runs into a blocker, finds a seam, gets up to about the 38-yard line. Good 8-yard carry on first down. It should be 2nd and 2.
Good patience there by Sphere. He strings it out there to the left, finds the hole right here, makes the cut, cuts back to his left right there and gets an extra 5 or 7 yards. So good patience by Sphere as he was getting out there to the edge.
So it is 2nd down and 2 at the 38-yard line. We're just underway here, no score, 11:25 to go here in the first quarter. This time receivers are split, one to each side. Sphere still in the backfield. Michael in shotgun. There's motion by Bedford. And an up the middle handoff to Sphere. He finds a seam, gets the first down going into Central Territory. Stopped at the 49-yard line of the Little Green.
That's just good blocking up front right there. That front line there is handling the front 7 for the Little Green and opening up some space for him to get through there.
So a carry for first down, 2 carries by Sphere. And he's picked up 21 yards so far on 2 carries.
Not a bad start and not a bad average.
1st and 10 from the Central 49-yard line. It's a T formation in the backfield, 2 in the backfield, and handoff again goes to Sphere, and he gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. I think he might have lost a half a yard.
Looked like L.J. Gerald getting into the backfield there. Shot the gap, got a hand on Sphere, and pulled him down.
So they're going to call that a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 11. The ball still over the midfield stripe, although officially called on the 50-yard line.
Okay, they're all done playing Sunday.
And the same setup here. We've got 1 receiver to the left and 2 in the backfield. And the handoff this time to
Russell Irwin.
Russell Irwin,
He gets
32,
stacked
and
up
he
in the
gets stacked
backfield.
up.
That was Russell Irwin on the carry.
That's going to be another loss, about 2 yards there.
Yeah, wow. Quite a difference to the second 2 plays versus the first 2 plays. First 2 plays, they were handling him up front. The D-line was ineffective, giving up 10-yard runs on each of those. And now the last 2, they've been stuffed right up front. So the Little Green has adjusted. And the last 2 plays have gone for losses.
So a little bit of pressure here on the Bulldogs. It's 3rd and 12 on their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers set, 1 in the backfield. And Michael's going to drop back to pass. He looks, finds somebody over the middle. He gets
Gone.
a receiver, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Tagliaferro.
He split the zone coverage and went in 51 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, you can see that Tagliaferro just splits the safeties there, gets deep, and Joe Michael just hits him right on the run, right in stride. Didn't even have to break stride to pull that one in.
No, that was a really sweet play by everybody involved. And just like that, it goes from 3rd and long to a Bedford touchdown. And now Michael is ready to kick the extra point with Andrew Grudzinskis holding the ball, waiting for the snap. High snap pulled down by Grudzinskis. Kick is up and is good.
It was a good rush by the Little Green there. Made it a little bit more tenuous than you might think on an extra point, but it doesn't matter as the kick splits the uprights and Tagliaferro puts him up 7-0.
And a 70-yard drive took 2 minutes and 52 seconds of clock time, and the Dogs are up.
Rather efficient, I would say, except for the 2 plays that went for a loss of yardage. But again, they had the perfect play call there. Perhaps some scouting illustrated that they would bounce you into a cover 2. And Tagliaferro, like I said, just split those safeties and away he was.
Hey, we want to congratulate the Lady Bulldogs volleyball team. They're currently 10-0. They are sitting at the top of the D1 standings, and they will host a very strong Portsmouth team tomorrow night at 6:15. No football. Go watch some volleyball. Your first place undefeated Bulldogs tomorrow night at 6:15 in Bedford Gym.
Yeah, it'd be great to get a student section out for that game.
Michael ready to kick off.
A little bit of a pooch kick for him, too.
Mishandled there momentarily by the Green. Brought up the sideline and a tackle right there. Devaris Ruiz, no, sorry, wrong player.
Russell Ledger made a nice
Thank
play
you.
on the tackle. Yeah, absolutely.
And that was picked up by Tyler Caesar.
Ledger Russell.
So they're going to set up on the 23-yard line.
Central
We'll
will
take
start
over
this
from
drive
there.
at their own 24.
And the quarterback, Jaden Hahn, number 2, in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers in this formation, but it's a handoff. Taking it to the right, a sweep, and he's brought down at the 30-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 6 yards.
It's a unique defensive formation there that we saw as they lined up with 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 3 safeties, it looked like, right across the back here.
Tyler Caesar was the carrier for the Little Green.
Yeah, so you're seeing it again. You have 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 cornerbacks, and 3 safeties. It's almost like a dime, kind of expecting a lot of passing here from the Little Green. Only 6 in the box, so they're basically saying, you guys need to run against us. We're not going to let you pass.
There's a snap and a handoff. This time they go to the left. And a great tackle by Spear, pulling down Kadeen Preston for a loss. It's going to drop about 5 yards on that play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Spear's playing that right down lineman. So as he's defensive tackle there, he's doing a great job there by keeping contained. And strung that play out, made a sure-handed tackle out here to the boundary.
Bedford up 7-0. It's now 3rd and 7 for the Little Green with 7:42 to play in the first quarter.
Band playing rock and roll part 2. Gotta love that, Harry.
It's a great atmosphere here at Bedford High Stadium. And now 4 receivers set, 1 in the backfield. Hahn waits for the snap in the shotgun. He drops back. And a throw out to the flat. And a tackle right there at the 32-yard line. Going to be short of the first down by about a yard or 2.
Gradinskas came up, made a nice stop there. And looks like it's going to be close, but not quite that first down. Good call, Harry.
Going to be about a yard and a half. We'll call it 2 yards, 4th and 2. We'll see if the Little Green go for it here. Looks like they are.
And that was that spread formation. So they had, 4 wide receivers, slipped the back out of the backfield, try to get him in the flat on the wide side of the field, and Gradinskas came up and made a nice play.
Big play early in this game, 4th and 2. Another spread formation, 3 receivers are to the left.
Yeah, and they stacked the line of scrimmage. They have 7 in the box now, so 4 down linemen and the 3 linebackers. And
It's
they're
a
going to
pass.
pass it.
On
Yep.
throws it. Looks like he got the first down.
Yep. That's good timing play right there.
Owen Kelly with the reception at the 38. Correction, 34-yard line. That was just enough to get the first.
Yeah, and Hahn just took a 3-step drop. It's a timing route there. So 5-yard stop, receiver turns, presents to the quarterback, and timing play. They made it look easy. It's not an easy play, but they made it look easy.
So the ball's marked at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. We're at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Bedford up 7-0. A snap and a handoff. Running to the left, now cutting inside, hitting a wall of Bedford blockers. Number of Bulldogs on the tackle there.
Yeah, and again, they were keeping good contain. They were trying to get to the outside there, and the Bulldogs were stacking it up, trying to prevent that outside sweep. They know they have help coming back from the inside, both linebackers, as well as the defensive linemen pursuing the ball. So if you force that runner to come back into the middle, you have help coming in from the inside.
2nd and 10 right now, no gain on that play. Two receivers set. Tight end in the formation as well for Central. But it's a fake handoff, play action.
Oh.
And Hahn goes for all the marbles here. Instead, he throws an interception.
Joel Poltrinari settled in under it. It almost could fair catch it. We'll see the replay here. He had 2 wide receivers on the left-hand side running effectively what's called a smash route. So 1 receiver stays short. They try to get the up over the top, but honestly, that was well covered.
So the result
was there and waiting for that ball.
So the net result is that of a punt. Bedford takes over again on their 30-yard line. And notice, too, on that play, the tight end was just kind of lollygagging, like he wasn't involved in the play. You would think he would at least would have split off to be a option on the throw.
Sure, and that's what they try to do with that smash route. So you have two levels that the quarterback can look at. So if he's doing a 10-yard out, you have the outside receiver getting to that next level, going long. But again, it was well covered by the Bulldog defense.
5:08 to go here in the first, and a snap and a handoff to Sphere. He's been the bell cow carrier here, and he picks up 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, off left, power play, right? They're just trying to muscle their way through it. Sphere's going to pick his hole and try to get what he can out of it. In this case, only 2 yards.
Same formation now, 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Sphere in the backfield. And now motion, waiting for the snap, and it looks like a false start here by Bedford.
False start, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So you see Henrishon, he usually motions from one side to the other. And frequently he's going to be that lead blocker through the hole, looking for the linebacker coming. That was not on him. That was on one of the tackles, I believe.
That's going to move him back 5 to the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 13 here for the Bulldogs. They lead 7-0. Thanks to a 51-yard throw from Michael to Taliaferro.
Dropping dimes early.
And there's
toss
a
sweep.
pitch to Sphere, going to his left, breaks one tackle, gets all the way up to the 43-yard line, and he picks up a first down.
That was a nice little stiff arm, right? He got his legs out of the way of the tackling defender. They had him wrapped, but made one move, got to the outside, up that sideline for a very nice gain. Although that's coming back because there is a hanky on the floor.
I didn't see what I think it's helmet.
Bedford can't afford to hurt themselves in these games.
And there is a flag on the play. We'll see what they sorted out, and it looks like they're going to march backwards. So,
but they're marking it from the first down, so it might have been a dead ball foul. They're marking it from the 43, and they're taking it back 15 or 10, 15-yarders. So it could have been a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct, perhaps?
I think that's what it was. So it is going to be a first down.
It is a personal foul call.
Yeah, so they gained the yardage for the first down, but it was a dead ball. So they get the first down, but they march back 15 yards.
So it's like going right back to where they started from now. They're at the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
First down and 10. One of the things we liked about the Portsmouth game is that they mic'd the officials.
Yeah,
that was a nice little bonus. They don't do that here. I'll have to talk to Corey about that. And snap, a screen pass to Sphere. Evades one tackler, but not the rest of them. It's going to be no gain, maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, and the little green sniffed that out nicely. I believe that was DeJuan Tyler Fultz. Came up from his outside position there. D-back, I think he's playing a strong safety type role over there and was able to read the screen, right? A lot of times when those defensive linemen get through too quickly, it's hard to gauge that. When they do get through too quickly, though, the screen is coming.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Bedford up 7-0.
And the idea is that you pause for a second, you block your defensive lineman, but then you let him go, so the quarterback dumps it off to the screen man, and then you have your lineman ready to block for that screen.
Fake handoff to Sphere, and now a pass out into the flat.
Ooh, good move.
But really for very little gain. The receiver on that play,
Nate Clark.
Tackled by Aiden Kelly.
Kelly with the tackle there for Central, and just like that, Bedford is in 3rd and long again.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to stay on schedule, getting 3 to 4 yards of play, making a 3rd down somewhat reasonable on a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2 kind of situation. As you mentioned, they've been behind the sticks early in this game throughout the first quarter.
And the Central defense has been stout on the run. They've made a lot of big stopping plays here.
Except for those first 2 runs of the game, but other than that, they've been sharp. And Rashawn motions in. Goes to the flat. Joe Michael looks deeper. 2 sharp moves. Oop, that's going to be a flag, yep.
So Michael does it himself and gets an extra 15 tacked on.
Yeah, that's a tough call, too. Aiden Kelly makes the tackle, and he's following through. Unfortunately, makes the tackle about 3 or 4 yards out of bounds. So that's going to be 15 yards on the end of the run.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of rode him out.
Yeah.
He made the initial hit if he had just let go at that point, but he just kept pile driving through the tackle, and I think that's what drew the flag.
Yeah, and that's tough to do. As you're an athlete, you're in a competitive situation right there. That's tough to let up on, and you know he's following through. Of course, if you go lightly and then he runs around you, you're in trouble too. So
you can't win sometimes.
So scrambling play by Joe Michael. Couldn't find any of his receivers downfield, but he gets the first down with his legs.
And Bedford converts another 3rd and long. With the penalty, they go all the way up to the central 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. 1:52 to go. Bedford up 7-0.
You see Joe Michael's athleticism on display as he improvised there.
2 backs in the backfield and a handoff to Sphere. He gets away from one tackle, gets away from another. Turned what looked like was going to be a loss into a short gain.
Yeah, Harry, great block by Russell Irwin right here. You see him take on this outside backer. He's pushing him back up the field, and Sphere cuts inside of that. But I got to give it to Russell Irwin right there on excellent one-on-one battle with, it looked like it was an outside linebacker coming up, try to contain the play, and the toughness of Irwin comes through right there.
And we have a central player down holding his leg. Not sure if it's a cramp or a joint injury, but they're working on him right now. It's 1:29 to go here in the first quarter. Bedford up 7-0, and they are on the 39-yard line with 2nd down and 6.
For your read right there, I have to really give kudos to our BCTV crew. We really appreciate this replay right here. George Cox, excellent job. Bill Jennings back in the studio running these replays back for us.
I think Colleen Richardson's there too.
Of course, Colleen Richardson's. We love the crew. We love the ability to see these plays a little bit after the original play and give some more details about it. So thanks to the crew.
Boys soccer is back in action tomorrow night versus Keene. The JV game is at 5 and the varsity is at 7. They could really use your support, so come on out and support your boys soccer.
Yeah, they've had a rough go of it, the boys soccer team. I think they're still winless on the season.
Very unusual for a Stuart Pepper coach team.
Sure is, sure is. So you get a rowdy student section there. Hopefully we can provide some home cooking for the boys soccer team to get their first win of the season.
And we're ready to resume play here with 1:29 to go here in the first. 2nd down and 6. Sphere is the lone back. Or is it Andrew Gudinskas back there?
It's probably Russell Irwin, 32. Yeah.
And Irwin gets the ball, drives, gets away from a tackle, but then brought down by a gang of Little Green.
Ooh.
Picks up about a yard or 2. They say there's a fumble on the play.
They're claiming a fumble, but he might have been down.
With the carry.
The
We'll see what the
officials
official call is.
are unclear.
The Little Green are convinced they got the ball. Nope, they're going to say Bedford, that Irwin was down on the play.
I don't think so. That is a turnover there. That's a fumble. That is a fumble, so it's a turnover there, and the Little Green come up with a nice stop there. And the fumble's recovered on the Little Green 38-yard line, so they're going to take control there. It's tough to see from this replay here. It's a bit of a scramble there late in the play. Irwin goes in, gets contact from a few different players, but that ball ended up on the carpet, and the Little Green pounced on it.
Ball security has been an issue for the Bulldogs all season. And now they are -1 in the turnover department in this game, giving Central new life. They take over on their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10, with 1:14 to play, trailing 7-0.
And they'll take a timeout as they were a little confused coming to the line.
And that's 2 already.
Timeout goal.
Burning through them all.
So tough play there, right? So Irwin looked like he had first down yardage, or at least close to it, and puts the ball on the ground as Bedford was trying to gain some momentum there, getting in position for a second score.
Bedford Athletics would like to thank the bass fishing and girls hockey teams for donating their time this evening to help the concession stand. ABC encourages all families to swing by and not only grab a snack, but find out more about joining the Bedford Athletic Boosters. I also should point out the Bedford, the Bulldog wear stand is open too.
Yes, Gear Up Bedford is here. I actually noticed that on the way in. I gave him kudos, said great idea. You get out to a community-supported event like this and sell that gear. They've opened a new store there in the plaza right at the corner of Wallace Road and 101. And it was excellent to see them here with their Bedford gear. So visit that tent behind the press box.
And it's good-looking stuff, too.
It sure is. Got myself a hoodie from them a little while ago.
And here we go now. 1st and 10, 1:14 left in the first. Hahn waiting. Motion by number 1, Joe Ramos. Sweeps to his right, but no gain, or at least very little gain, maybe up to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he was tiptoeing there on the outside, dodging a few tacklers. Ended up with maybe a 1-yard gain there.
They're going to mark him down to the 39, so it will be a 1-yard gain. Clock is running now, 45 seconds to go. Might be able to get one more play off here before the end of the quarter.
And so that was an interesting defensive shift, right? That first series, the Bedford Bulldogs came out with 3 down linemen. They're now back into a 4 down lineman set as the Little Green has been running the ball more frequently than I guess the Bulldogs expected.
And there's a play-action fake handoff, but Hahn keeps the ball and gets it up to about the 42-yard line. Gain of 3 right there. It'll be 3rd and 6.
A little play action here. Fakes the handoff to his running back, moving to the left. They're trying to get the linebackers to bite on that. They didn't do too much of the biting, and Russell Irwin came back and bit Hahn as he came up the middle. So looks like about a 3rd and 6.
And they're going to let the clock run out in the quarter, and that'll do it. Bedford with the long touchdown, a 51-yard pass from Michael to Taliaferro is the only score. Bedford up 7-0 here.
Not a bad opening quarter except for that turnover, right? They had 2 possessions and 1 touchdown. And now the Little Green has their 2nd possession, so not a lot of, changing of possession throughout the first quarter, only honestly 4 possessions.
The Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would also like to thank their generous sponsors. They include the Spectra Marketing Group, Gear Up Bedford, Andrade Management, Wicked Good Butcher, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, Butcher.
Thank you. You have to adjust that. You're in New England
Network,
now.
yes.
This Buffalo
BEI
guy
Network,
said.
London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group, Next Level, and River Road Properties. On behalf of the 438 fall student athletes, thank you for your support of Bedford Bulldog Athletics.
This Buffalo guy's trying to take on a New England accent over here.
I don't want to. Sometimes it comes off kind of forced. Like you really don't want to hear somebody from Western New York trying to do a Boston accent.
That's fair. That's fair. I appreciate your respect for the Boston accent. I think
it's
Jay
cultural
Correa,
appropriation.
The owner there, Jay Correa, might be a little bit disappointed in your pronunciation, but we'll let you roll with it. Wicked Good Butcher.
Well, I'll let you read it next time.
Okay, all right. That sounds good.
Here we go, starting the second quarter. There's a snap. Hahn drops back, throws it over the middle, and it gets deflected. Falls to the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, I didn't quite get a lot of loft on that ball. The defensive lineman, I'm not sure who got a hand on it there, but one of the interior defensive linemen, again, 3 down linemen in this set, tipped by one of the linebackers. I'm sorry, that was a linebacker that got a hand on it. And as soon as a linebacker gets a hand on it, pass interference is out the window. So you can make contact all you want with those receivers. And, of course, those D-backs are going to be diving for the ball.
And that brings up 4th down, and Little Green will punt this away. So the turnover by Irwin of no real harm here. Bedford will get the ball right back.
Ooh,
it's going to be blocked, and it goes out of bounds.
Wow, great play. Finn O'Neill gets in from the outside, takes that punt right in the stomach, blocks the kick, and now the Bulldogs are set up in excellent position.
It took quite a long time to get that punt away.
Yeah, honestly, the snap kind of fluttered back there, so that's not the punter's fault there. That ball was just kind of lofted back to the punter. And honestly, something that is rarely appreciated that Finn O'Neill did excellently well here was he ran to the point where the ball is going to be kicked. Not right at the punter, but where it was going to be kicked. So that's how he came up with that block. And
got his hands up and just made himself as large as possible.
Huge play on special teams. Well done.
So Bedford takes over in Central Territory at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Fake the handoff, pass over the middle. It's going to be, what a perfect setup. Drop ball by number 44, Cal McAuliffe.
Yeah, a little play action. You'll see Cal McAuliffe splits the safeties again, right? Hesitates, goes to the outside, then cuts right up the middle. He had a touchdown in his hands and just alligator armed it.
Yeah, that was 7 right there. He might have been thinking about running with it a little too early.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. He had him right there in stride. Excellent ball by Joe Michael and just dropped it. It happens. High school football, it happens.
2nd down and 10, 32-yard line. Bedford will try again. Waiting for the snap. And a handoff.
Good cut back inside by Poltroneri.
Gets it up to the 29-yard line.
Tagliaferro. Yeah, I like that play call last on 1st down too, right? They get a quick change situation. It wasn't a turnover, but the punt block sets you up in excellent field position. So a lot of times offensive coordinators like to take a shot at the end zone right away. The defense is scrambling, right? They're in a situation they weren't necessarily expecting. So love the play call. Just unfortunate drop.
Not a big gain on that play on 2nd down, just about 1 yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 at the 30-yard line, or at the 11-minute mark of the first half.
We've got Tagliaferro here to the near side.
Hendershon with motion. Michael drops back. He's got time. Finds the receiver. A little too high there for McAuliffe. Goes off his hands. And it's going to be 4th down. That was a tough catch, though.
It sure was. It was a little high. You know, McAuliffe's a tall kid. He looked like he mistimed his jump. So McAuliffe's a 6'4" tight end. Pretty big fellow there. Looks like he did just mistimed his jump a little bit early there, off his hands. As a receiver, I used to say if I could touch it, I could catch it. So I don't put that on the quarterback. It was a little bit off, but that one, again, Cal McAuliffe could have made a play there.
Unfortunately, McAuliffe got the ball to the ground because there was a defender right behind him. If the ball had bounced up, it could have been a pick right there.
Sure, and now you're at 4th and 8. This is a 4-down territory. I know it's kind of a strange down and distance to go for on 4th and 8, but too far for a field goal. You're not going to punt, so you're going to go for this.
Yeah, the tight formation is definitely a run play. It's a
RPO.
And they get it out to Grodinskis, who goes in for a touchdown.
There you go, 30-yarder again.
Great play call. They were in a bunch formation. Looked like they were going to hand it off. But Grodinskis broke off, got hit about 15 yards downfield, and managed to get all the way to the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown. The 2nd throw for Michael.
Yeah, so you heard me say RPO. That's a run-pass option. And Joe Michael has the choice of giving it to his running back. In this case, it would have been a strange choice as it was 4th and 8. So he's really trying to play that play action and sees Grodinskis on that slant inside. Hits him right in stride again. So excellent ball.
And this time the extra point was hit, but it manages to line drive its way through. So with 10:40 to go in the first half, Bedford is up 14-0.
Yeah, a little bit of an odd kick there, low, just over the line right there. Still went through the uprights, so it still counts as a point. 14-0.
While we've got a moment, let's send our congratulations to the varsity field hockey team. They're now 11-1 on the season. They just won over Nashua South on Wednesday. They will be back in action on Monday against Memorial here at Bedford High Stadium.
And again, we'll read it. Harry wanted me to read this one for you this time during this break. The Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the generous sponsors, including Spectrum Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, who we talked about earlier, Andrade Management Group, Wicked Good Butcher, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group, Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics as we get the kickoff. Joe Michael puts it out of bounds.
is another one of those Bedford pooch kicks, the ones that are designed, it's not quite a onside, but it's designed for a Bedford player to catch up to it. This time, though, it went out of bounds before anybody can get to it, so it's going to be a illegal procedure call. The ball will be marked where it went out, I think at the 36. Normally it would be a 35-yard line start, but they're going to put him at the 36, which is where the ball went out of bounds.
It looks like they give a 5-yard penalty there too, right? So if it's inside the 35, they bring it all the way out, but if it goes out outside of the 35, they give a 5-yard penalty. So the Little Green will start on their own 41.
You are correct. It went out at the 36. They're going to be on the 41. Good call there, Corey.
So 14-0.
And now the Little Green find themselves down 2 touchdowns with 10:40 to go here in the first half. Spread formation, 4 receivers in this set, 1 in the backfield. There's motion.
And here's that nickel defense we were talking about again. Ooh, Hahn looked deep,
pulls it down. And instead he's going to run out of bounds and take a loss. A bit of a loss. They're going to mark him at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like a 1-yard loss. Yeah, so a funny statistical question here for you, Harry. Logan Sphere is chasing him out of bounds. He takes a 1-yard loss. Sphere technically gets credit for a sack there.
I believe he does.
That's kind of the weakest sack you would get credit for, right?
No, because Sphere forced him out of bounds.
Yeah, fair enough.
If it wasn't for him, he would have kept running forward.
I mean, that's kind of like when Favre just basically laid down so Strahan could get the sack record, right? That was kind of a weird one.
2nd down and 11 at the 40. On back to pass again. He's got some time. Now he's got to move. Ooh. Still time. Throws it across field, intended for DeJuan Tyler Fultz, but missed him, went over his head, and it's going to be incomplete, 3rd down and 11.
I got to give credit to Johnny Pellerin there, offensive lineman for the Little Green. Came back, stayed with the block, and actually popped Kevin Sheridan pretty strong there as he was protecting his quarterback, gave him a little extra time.
Yeah, he did.
Pancake block there, I used to call him.
So now 10:22, clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. It's 3rd and 11. Little Green on their own 40. Back to the spread formation. This time 5 receivers are out there.
Yep, nickel look by the Bedford defense.
Hahn drops back, throws
Good
for
ball.
the far sideline, and overthrows his receiver.
Ooh, that's a tough shot right there too.
Trying to get the number.
I think it was Joe Ramos.
Number 1. Kind of hard to see those silver numbers on the white.
It sure is.
I mean, it's a sharp look, but it's the play-by-play caller's nightmare.
And he was on that far sideline too. He had his hands all the way above his head, and he took a shot from the defensive back, exposed his ribs there.
So another punt here. Last one was blocked by the Bulldogs. Let's see how this snap goes. This time it bounces in front of him, but it gets to him.
Oh, he's
and he
gonna
decides
run.
to take off. Heading down the sideline. Does he make the 1st down marker? I believe he did.
Ooh, it's going to be close. He's standing right on the other side of the 50. We'll see where he puts the ball down. But
was the punter Braden Courier?
Not quite
Number
sure
80?
I had the number. But you see him running around that end. That's a special teams breakdown the other way this time. We'll see where the spot
Looks
is.
like they got him at the 50. If that's the case, then they stopped him.
They're going to measure.
Very close play here. But, right, instead of trying to kick the ball, it was a bouncing snap. And the backfield was already full by the time he was in a position to punt. So he decided to pull it up.
Yeah, but again, the Bulldogs need to, and I'm sure it's part of the design. They just missed a couple of assignments there. They need to be spying that punter to make sure he punts it. If he doesn't punt it, you have responsibility for the tackle. And
you know, it really looks like he got to the 49-yard line.
That's tough to see. And they did not.
They're going to mark him short.
Yeah, so that's turnover on downs.
So tough spot there for the Little Green.
Excellent individual effort by the Little Green punter, though, getting out there. And again, I didn't catch his number, but.
Was it Fort? I know he was 80. He was at 80 something.
Okay.
I thought he was Braden Courier. I thought our stadium announcer said it was Reagan Ford, 88.
Okay. Again, he gets all the way to the marker, but just not quite enough. So the Bulldogs take over.
They're right at midfield. That's 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Michael back the pass, throws out to the flat.
Good
Gets
move.
it to Grudinskis, gets away from one man. He's got
blockers.
the first down. He's got one blocker. He might be able to go all the way.
And he does.
Going down the sideline, touchdown. Grudinskis, 50-yard pass from Joe Michael. That was all Andrew there.
It was
Turned on the Jets.
Little screen play, only within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Made an excellent move. Little juke step back to the inside, right there at the line of scrimmage, and broke him free. Had some blockers out in front of him, too. So Henry Shawn was out there. I didn't quite catch the other number, but individual effort play right there by Grudinskis.
So the extra point coming up now by Michael. The snap. Grudinskis puts it down.
That looked better.
Perfect kick. And just like that, 21-0 with 9:53 to go here in the first. So Joe Michael having himself a day. Touchdown throws of 51 yards, 30 yards, and 50 yards.
Yeah, 2 of those to Grudinskis for a total of 80 yards and touchdown receptions, 50 and 30. So
we should have the official stats from Drew Osmer at the half. We'll get those to you as soon as we get them. Thank Drew very much for his efforts. So the Bulldogs taking care of business here, up 21-0.
Yeah, two rather quick touchdowns right there. Popped them up, right? So the first quarter was rather slow, 7-0, and then 2 quick touchdowns within the first less than 2 minutes in the second quarter here.
Michael tees it up on the kickoff. And this one's driven down. Received by number 24. Runs into his own man. Changes direction, gets up to the 25-yard line, and number 24 is Tyler Caesar for the Little Green, and they're going to take over there on their own 25.
Yeah, again, being a kicker in my olden days, I actually really honestly prefer kicking it deep. I know it gives the return team a little bit of time to set up a return, get ahead of steam, and start running through those tackles. But, you know, we've seen the last couple of times the pooch kick, the out-of-bounds kick, you're giving up 10, 15 yards on those squib-type kicks.
Although I've seen the squib really, the pooch kick work for the Bulldogs in years past. They've gotten a lot of possession, catching teams sleeping with that kick. And here we go, 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Little Green. The snap and the handoff goes up for about a 2-yard gain.
That's a great play by the defense. They're in that nickel look, so 6 in the box. That means 3 down linemen and 3 linebackers, and they're still able to stuff that run for only a 1-yard gain.
Kadeem Preston was the ball carrier there for the Little Green. He picked up 2 yards. Up to the 27, it'll be 2nd down and 8. Talking about the crowd, we've got a great crowd here. Good student turnout.
Yeah, they've definitely filled in.
The band is playing with plenty of gusto. Can't wait to hear them at halftime.
I don't know. Looks like we have a Pittsburgh Penguins jersey down there. We need to get rid of that one.
2nd and 8. Handoff again to number 30. Kadeem Preston. Looks like he got the 1st down. Got it up to about the 31-yard line, or the 36-yard line.
Yeah, he breaks his first tackle on the outside here. The D-back came up right there, had a chance to get him, and unfortunately slipped the tackle. Ran over the 2nd defensive back right there. Got a stir out of the Little Green sideline, and they'll move the sticks.
8:40 to go in the half. 1st down at the 37-yard line for the Little Green on their own 37. Trying to get back on track here after falling behind 3 touchdowns. It is 21-0 Bedford. 2 receivers split. Kadeem Preston in the backfield. Hahn fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, picks up a couple of yards, gets it to the 39. It's going to be a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up for Little Green.
Looked like Henry Shawn was shedding a block there in the middle. Got good contact on Hahn.
They'll mark him just shy of the 40.
So 2nd and 8 here. Looks like they're going to be in a 3 wide receivers set. Flex to tight end.
Preston in the backfield there with Hahn. In the shotgun, Hahn fakes the handoff, throws a quick one.
Oh, nice
Gets
pass.
over midfield, tackled at the Bedford 47-yard line. Joe Ramos with the catch. Nice play, big gain.
Quick slant by Ramos. You'll see him at the top of the screen, take a couple upfield, plants the outside, comes back into the middle on a slant play. Nice gain of, what, about 13, 14 yards?
Yes, that's about it, maybe 14 we'll call that. So 1st and 10 on the Bedford 47. This might be the first trip into Bedford territory for Central. Coming up on the 7-minute mark. Oh, that was a busted play. I think it was intended to be a handoff to Preston, who literally fell down before he got to the quarterback. Kind of froze Hahn there for a moment. He decided to run forward and winds up losing about 2 yards on the play. Down at the 49.
Yeah, it looked like he slipped right as he was making a forward step to try to come through the hole pretty hard there. And yeah, just slipped right at the wrong time.
Just blew a tire. And I think time got very slow for Jaden Hahn at that split second.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for a quarterback. What do you do now?
Made the best of it, lost 2 on a run. So 2nd down and 12 here, a little movement there by Bedford, but they stay on sides.
Well,
might be a play call change at the line of scrimmage here. Hahn waits for the handoff or the snap, but he gives it to Preston. Preston gets back those 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Hockey guy says face off.
Sorry.
You're killing me. That's all right.
Well, so preseason hockey is underway.
It's true.
So
it's true.
It is hockey season. I guess I got hockey on my mind.
Fair enough. They go right up the middle there and don't find any yardage.
Hey, speaking of hockey, Bedford hockey boosters will be holding their spaghetti dinner this year. They didn't have it last year for obvious reasons, but it'll be back this year. So everybody get out there and eat some spaghetti and raise money for the hockey team.
Bring your appetite.
We'll have details for you soon.
3rd and 11.
At the 48 of Bedford. Hahn drops back. Now he rolls to his left. He's being chased by Sphere. Tries to get away, but instead picks up about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down, but more manageable, about a 4th and 5.
Yeah, kudos to these down linemen. So you have number 77, Magnus Steele. You have Sphere and Henryshawn. They're putting pressure on Hahn, despite only having 3 down linemen in that rush. They're dropping 5 defensive backs, 3 linemen. And they're playing those zones to put pressure on the receivers, and yet they're still getting pressure up the middle. It looked like 1 linebacker came too, so Russell Irwin on a blitz there. But
Jake Boza really blew through the line there too.
Yeah, good for them, putting pressure on with just 3 down linemen.
So it's 4th down here, 4th and 10. I guess he went out of bounds at the 47. So 4th and 10 here for Central.
Ooh, it came on the blitz.
The pocket collapses, but Hahn gets away. Picks up the 1st down at the 35-yard line. Missed tackle or 2 on the way there. Got just enough.
Hahn, he's an athlete. Steps right up into the pocket, breaks a couple of tackles, runs through another 2 tacklers right there at the 42-yard line. Thanks for slowing that down, Bill, and got an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, the act of falling forward got him the 1st down. He just got it to the 35-yard line, which is just enough. And Hahn had to really fight his way through the crowd, kind of like the subway at rush hour, trying to get through people, but he managed to do it.
Sure. The pocket broke down there, so he did a nice job of scrambling to get out of that and then broke through 2 linebacker tackles right there at the 40. So
they're at the 35-yard line. Fresh life here for the Little Green, who trail 21-0. And Kadeen Preston gets the handoff, tries to go to his left. Got slowed down there by Henryshawn and winds up going down for no gain at the 31. Maybe he lost a half a yard.
Yeah, penetration there by Henryshawn. Got through the tackle. disrupted the play. Again, forced him back inside where he had help coming. He didn't make the play, but he made a significant impact on how the play was going to occur.
Under 4 minutes now in the first half. 2nd down and 10 for the Little Green. They come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split, actually 3. Preston in the backfield. The snap to Hahn. He drops back. Now here's a pressure. Hahn has to escape, but this time he's not going to get away. Brought down by a whole bunch of Grizzlies. What am I saying? Grizzlies, Bulldogs.
Whoa!
I know. I'm having a day today. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Boza was in there. I think Magnus Steele was in there putting pressure, but I think yeah.
Dropped him for a 6-yard loss. It's now 3rd down and 16 at the 41.
But again, good pressure on the quarterback. The pocket collapsed once again, and this time he couldn't scramble out of it. So 3 minutes and ticking in the first half. First real threat by the Little Green here.
We don't know how good a leg their kicker, Bailey Bates, has, so we don't know if field goal is an option here.
Well, it would be pretty close to Justin Tucker's record 56-yarder from here. His was a 66-yarder, so anyway.
Incomplete pass there. DeJuan Tyler Foles was the intended target of a middle screen, and it falls incomplete, and it's now 4th and 16 at the 39, and the Little Green will punt it away here.
So this has been an entertaining play the last couple of series when they've needed to. The special teams here. And they're going to rush it again the other side, but they protect it well, and it gets off.
And it's returned for about 2 yards, picked up at the 10, out to 12.
Tagliaferro on the return.
So Bedford starts again on their own 12-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, we haven't really, it's probably not the right situation here, but it could be a good opportunity for them to practice something like this. There's 2:26 left in the first half. It might be fun to see them in a hurry-up offense here, a 2-minute drill, if you will, and get to the line of scrimmage, bark out some plays. They're up 21-0, so they might be content to run the ball a few times and trot into halftime, but we'll see how it plays out here. And there's a penalty, it looks like. Personal foul, hit to the head, so half the distance to the goal. They're going to start on their own 12.
Let's see what Coach Zach Matthews calls here. Got 88 yards of real estate to overcome here.
Strange occurrence. One of the defensive backs for the Little Green just fell over. It looks like he has a cramp, and can't quite tell who the number is, but weren't even lining up for the play. They were just breaking their huddle, and looks like he had either a hamstring or a calf strain. You're going to stretch that out, try to get it loose. Well, you got scores from around the league there, Harry?
They wouldn't be D1 football. I can maybe do some preseason hockey, baseball.
No. Nobody wants to hear that.
You want to hear about the wild card race between the Red Sox, Yankees, and Blue Jays? And, of course, the Mariners are in it, too. It's a four-way race, so it's pretty exciting.
It's true. It's probably early in the game for any of those scores. The Sox are playing the Orioles right now. They're up 1-0 at the end of one inning. We'll see how that fierce race comes down to the end here. 2 open wild card positions in the American League.
Yankees lost yesterday.
Always have to
Bo
cheer
Bichette
that.
with the 8th inning home run.
Yeah, not too shabby.
That was the difference in that game. Tied at 5, and he put them up 6-5.
You gotta love when the Yankees lose.
I do. And the Jays, of course, having played in Buffalo this year, I kind of have a soft spot for them.
There you go.
Your Lady Bulldogs volleyball team, they're undefeated, 10-0. They play tomorrow night at 6:15 in Bedford Gym against Portsmouth. Make sure you go out and support them.
1st and 10 for Bedford.
So it is 1st and 10. They're on their own 12-yard line. Michael drops back. hits Taliaferro over the middle, cuts up, and gets it to the 25-yard line. So a nice pickup there, about 13 yards, first down.
Good tackle there by Ramos, came in low.
That play good for a first down.
Wrapped up the ankles to prevent a bigger gain there, but it was a first down.
From the Bulldog 25.
So 2:14, the clock is running. Another pass play. Michael rolls out to his right, looking, tries to hit.
McAuliffe there is a little behind him.
That falls incomplete.
He was open though. Again, that's one that McAuliffe probably could have had. It was a little bit behind him, so it's tough to adjust to that. But again, he probably could have had that one. So the clock stops, 2:05 left here in the first half. 2nd and 10. The band along the far sideline is starting to warm up for their halftime show.
And you'll see that on BCTV 23 and 1072. So 2nd down and 10. 2:05 left in the half. Snap. Michael's got some pressure, but at the screen, hits Saphir over the middle. Saphir running, gets it to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 9. It's going to be just short of a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Watch
third
how
down and 1.
quickly these defensive linemen get through here, right? So, again, there's a flag on the play. We'll sort that out. But, again, the defensive line gets through quickly and don't realize that it's a screen. Their first instinct has to be, wow, I got through a little too easily. Here it comes right here. I got through a little too easily. Something's going on. So they have to turn tail and flee. I think there's a holding call, so that ball is going to come back. But it was a nice play design by the Bulldogs. Got some positive yardage, and unfortunately it's going to come back on that holding call. So it'll be a 2nd and 12.
And the clock is running. Bedford still has 3 of their timeouts. They have not opted to use any of them just yet. Taking their time in the huddle, too. At the line of scrimmage, they're ready to play here. We have 1 receiver, 2 in the backfield, and Michael will, nope, he fakes the handoff, drops back. Long pass for Grodinskis. He was covered tightly, and they couldn't make the catch there. Number 19 for Central, Micah Huffman, was covering on the play. Good coverage by him.
So I like the play call, too. Grodinskis scored a touchdown earlier in the half on this post pattern. So now he tries a double move. He goes to the post, then cuts back to the outside as a post corner. The ball's on the outside, just a little bit beyond his reach, but I do like the play call there, being a little bit aggressive. A minute left here in the first half, see if they can get some more points.
3rd and 12 here.
Yeah, now I imagine they're going to bury it in the middle of the line and run it right up the middle, keep the clock rolling, and punt the ball away.
Scoreboard indicates 2 timeouts for Central. I thought they had burned 2 in quick succession, but either way, they do have the ability to stop the clock here if they can make a stop here on 3rd down. Michael is back to pass. Pressure, has to escape, goes to his right, and the ball just skips on the ground. It's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's grounding right there. The flag came out, so that's intentional grounding. No receivers were in the area. The ball did get back towards the line of scrimmage, but no receivers were in the area, so they're going to call him for intentional grounding.
And they're going to mark him right where he threw the ball, which is at about the 15-yard line.
Yep, and it's a loss of down, too, so they're going to have to punt deep within their own zone.
Well, here's an opportunity for Central. They can get good field position here.
And a loss of down.
Likely they'll make the catch in Bedford territory. And it's going to be number 1 back for Central. That's Joe Ramos.
4th down and 12.
The multi-talented Joe Michael will be the punter here.
So they set up for the punt. Michael's going to be halfway into his end zone here. Make sure that snap gets to him. Does. And there's a kick.
Wow,
a good
one.
Punt. Nice and high. It's going to drop at the 47-yard line of Bedford. Fair catch called by Ramos. That's where Central will take over at the 47-yard line. I'm a little surprised that they called a fair catch right there. He could have picked up at least a few yards.
I agree. Probably just wanted to make a sure-handed catch, knowing he was going to have good field position either way. They still have 1 minute and 4 seconds left. And plenty of time to operate from inside Bedford territory. So I don't fault him on the fair catch. And honestly, it was a good punt by Joe Michael back there, getting the ball out.
Good snap, too. Went right to his hands.
Sure was.
We'll start this drive at the Bedford 47.
So here we go. The Little Green have 1:04 to work with. Try to get on the scoreboard before the half. They will receive the kick at the start of the second. So let's see if Central can double dip on the scoreboard here. Empty backfield, 5 receivers in the formation. Hahn with the snap. That was a little low, but he gets it. Finds the receiver. Ooh. No, instead it's broken up. Nearly intercepted.
Finn O'Neill over there with coverage again. Pretty close to a pick there. Got his hands up. Was ready to bat it away.
Ethan Holmes was the intended receiver for Central. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 59.5 to go.
Clock stops, of course, on the incomplete pass, so really only 5 seconds ticked off.
Back to the line of scrimmage. They still have at least 1 timeout to call here. Empty backfield again, putting everybody out to catch the ball. Hahn.
More pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, he's got to run here. Rolls to his right. Finds a receiver on the sideline. Is it a catch? Can't tell.
It sure is.
Receiver says it is. The official indicating it's a good catch at the 34-yard line. So 1st down there for the Little Green at the 34-yard line.
Liam Murphy there worked back to his quarterback, number 83, and was able to scoop that up before it hit the carpet. So about a, 13, 14-yard gain.
Clock is running again, 45 seconds to go. Central not really rushing to the line of scrimmage. Same setup, 5 receivers set. Hahn this time rolling to his left. Waits, goes for the end zone here. He's got him in, and it goes up for the catch.
Oh, wow.
And it's
great
complete.
Catch.
Touchdown, Central.
Great catch. The coverage was there. I think he just misplayed it.
I believe that was Connor Frawley with the catch, number 33.
Uh-oh. Looks like it's coming back. Why is it coming back?
Did he drop the ball? Let's watch the replay here. I thought he made the catch.
No penalty flag. Oh, yeah, okay, they called it incomplete. Yeah, wow. Jeez, yeah.
I really thought he came down with the ball.
Tough to tell from this angle. But
And
Hahn threw a good ball up there and had him about 6 yards deep in the end zone on the left side. The coverage was there, and it looked like he couldn't make a play, but the officials were right there and called it an incomplete pass, and now Hahn's going to take a quarterback draw and get about 4 or 5 yards.
Get up the middle. They can call timeout. They do. Stop the clock with 20.5 seconds to go. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6 on this play.
20 seconds left here.
The Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank our generous sponsors.
Yeah, strange play. It was tough to tell what was going on there, Harry.
Yeah, was it a busted play, or did Hahn think they could catch the Bedford defense sleeping?
No,
Maybe
I think
pick up
they
the
were.
first down.
I'm sorry. I think they were going for a deep ball there. They had a rollout to the left designed. The tight end that was tight to the left side was making sure he was blocking so that the rollout to the left side for Hahn was there. He was going to be uncontested on his rollout and be able to throw a deep ball. So I think it was a design play there. Unfortunately for the Little Green, he couldn't come down and complete the catch. Great defensive play by the Bulldogs. It looked like the defensive back, I couldn't tell who it was, but looked like he had settled in a little bit too early, and the ball was going to be over his head. So from my vantage point, it looked like Ramos had made the play, but apparently the ball popped out late there.
So back to the line of scrimmage now. 3rd and 6 for Central with 20.5 to go on the scoreboard in the first half here. They trail 21-0, trying to get some points on the board before the half. Same set, 5 receivers. 3 to the left. Hahn drops back, looks, waits, has good protection, now throws over the middle.
And picked off.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Taliaferro takes it away from Ramos.
Yeah. Excellent defensive play. Hands for the ball, great coverage underneath the receiver, gets his hand in the middle and pulls it down. It's a tough spot to make an interception. He's on his own 1 yard line, but you know, the ball gets turned over. You're gonna have to try to bury it up in the line and not take a safety here.
So 11 seconds to go here in the first half, and Bedford can just run out the clock and go to the locker room with a 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, and again, it's on your own 1 yard line. You can't take a knee right here. You have to get it up through the line of scrimmage, get 1 or 2 yards.
And it's at the half-yard line, so they really got to get some yardage here.
Yeah.
But they are in a shotgun. You would think he'd be under center. Michael, low snap, hands it off to Sphere, who has no trouble getting it out of the end zone, gets it up to the 10-yard line, in fact. Picks up about 9 yards on the carry, and that's going to do it for the first half. A successful one for the Bulldogs. A few missteps, but overall, they've got a 3-touchdown lead. Touchdown passes to 51 yards, 30 yards, and 50 yards by Joe Michael. The first one going to Taliaferro, the last two to Grudinskis, and the Bulldogs lead 21-0.
Not a bad half of football. Good bounce back here. Again, the Bulldogs saw themselves in a similar kind of deficit last week, and now they are up 21-0, and they'll be pleased going into half.
We're going to take things back on the radio station for a few minutes, play some tunes. Meanwhile, on BCTV, you'll get to enjoy and listen to the Bedford High School Band. 21-0 at the half. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. You've been watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
Hi, Coach! Hi, Coach! I love you, Coach! Yeah, greatest coach of all time right there! He's such a good man!
You need your mic up? You need your mic up, or are you going to go?
No, I haven't even tried.
Something just happened. Very strange. What happened? Wow, jet crash. We're on the air. That was awesome. Go ahead.
New York City. Under the direction of color guard instructors are Lee Dutton and Cindy Fitzgerald. Contractors are Max E. Giovanni, Ellie Frank, and Elsie Luster-Tiger. The drum line captain is Jack Banks, and the color guard captain is Sarah Scott. We hope you enjoy the show.
guess they did. I mean, it didn't seem like they were in control, but I guess they were for, as far as ball possession.
A lot of runs, right? Not a lot of yards, but
Hi, I'm Bill Carter from the Bedford Town Council, and once again I would ask for you to help me clean up Bedford. On October 16th from 9 to 3 we will be doing our Fall Cleanup Day for the Cub program, which is short for Clean Up Bedford. We're here at the library, which will be one of the 5 locations that you can pick up the blue bags to be able to pick up on the roadside. And the town of Bedford will pick them up for you. We come to you from the educational farm here at Joppa Hill, another location where you can pick up the blue bags needed for the Cub Day cleanup. On that day, we suggest that you make sure that you're wearing very high visible clothing, long sleeves because the poison ivy is quite bad this year, and a pair of gloves. This will keep you safe and make sure that you are walking towards traffic to make sure they see you coming at them. And I want to thank DPW because the day of Cub, the Cub Day, they will go around town picking up these blue bags. This stop brings us to the Bedford Town Hall, which is another location where you can pick up the blue bag. You'll look for this yellow and black bin at each of these 5 locations. Get your bags. These bins will be out at the location starting the 1st of October. So pick up your bag so you're ready to go on October 16th. We're at our last stop today, which is the Bedford Safety Complex. You can get your blue bag right inside that yellow and black bin. Cub Day is October 16th from 9 to 3. If you need more information about Cub Day, please reach out to me at wcarter@bedfordnh.org. And I thank you for your support.
And the Little Green didn't have any big plays.
Total offense so far, Bedford 217 yards, Manchester Central with 78. Through the air, that's where most of it came. 153 yards passing on 7 of 12 completions. About a 21.9 yard average for Joe Michael. Meanwhile, Jaden Hahn for Central, he was 4 of 12 for just 37 yards, and he's had 2 interceptions as well.
And another stat I like to look at here is third down conversion rate. The Bulldogs were 2 of 4, so 50%. Marginal, it's okay, but not terrible. Big one for the Little Green. They were 0 for 6 on third down. So the Bedford Bulldog defense locking it down at the right time. The Little Green were 2 of 3 on fourth down, but
yeah,
that
I was going to say they were better at fourth down.
Sure, but they, that third down conversion rate, a lot of times when they go for those fourth downs, it's a down and distance kind of thing. You're not going to punt, you're not going to go for the field goal. But the Bulldog defense coming through at critical times on third down.
And Concord, here I go again. And Bedford 1 for 1 on their fourth down attempts.
What are we? Are we Concord?
Where am I?
Are we Goffstown here?
I don't know.
This guy's ready to go to the Bills game on Sunday. I don't know what he's doing.
Let's hit that copy here that I can't read because I can't do the Boston accent.
That sounds good. So again, the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the generous sponsors from the community: Spectrum Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, Andrade Management Group, Wicked Good Butcher, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics. Again, on behalf of the 438 fall student athletes, they thank you for your support of the Bedford Bulldog Athletics program. If you're interested in finding out more and supporting the Booster Club, go to bbabc.net.
Since we're playing on Thursday, there's lots of things going on Friday, like boys soccer. They'll be playing here at Bedford High Stadium against Keene. JV game kicks off at 5, varsity at 7. We want you to come out and support them. Or if you'd rather be inside, the Lady Bulldogs, they're 10-0, undefeated. They're hosting Portsmouth in volleyball tomorrow night at 6:15. And like I said, that's going to be going on at the same time. So you can do a little soccer, come in for volleyball, come back out for soccer.
Making it an evening of Bedford sports. Just wear your black and red. Support the student athletes out here. We like to make that distinction. They are students first and then athletes second, so student athlete. I'm sure Corey Parker would really appreciate me focusing on the academic portion of their high school life.
Central will receive the ball here to start the second half, trailing 21-0.
Student section is rather tame. They've been cheering nicely, but haven't really gotten all that rowdy. And I have to say, the Little Green have come out in force, too. They have a strong student section over to our right from the press box.
Yeah, they've been making some noise when Central makes a play. I also wanted to point out, this is the first real fall day we've had to broadcast from. All the other football games on Fridays have been fairly warm, temperatures in the 70s, short sleeve weather. Now this is the first time we've had to put jackets on.
Feels great. I'm a New England kind of guy. I love the change in weather, the change in season. So the fact that I have a fleece vest on is actually very nice.
Had to close the pool up the other day.
Oh.
That's always a sad day.
A tearjerker for you?
Yeah, especially for the wife.
Put the cover on. Get ready for, April when you open it back up? Maybe May?
No, we can do April.
April.
Take advantage of that spring sun. Because we don't have a heater. We just use the solar cover.
First 70-degree day, you're out there and taking the cover off, aren't you? So here we are. We're ready for second half action. Joe Michaels back to kick. His pooch kick is short to the near side, and it goes out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. So the flag will come out, 5-yard penalty, and the Little Green will take over on their own 42.
Yeah, right. It came out at the 38 or so. So 42, 43 is where the spot will be. Pretty good field position to start off for this second half.
So we'll see what kinds of adjustments both teams have made at halftime. Halftime is always about those adjustments.
Shouldn't it be half time?
Hoff?
Half.
Well, like H-O-F-F?
No, like, Boston.
Here we go with this guy making terrible comments again.
Second half.
So Jaden Hahn will come out. Not Han. Not Han. Han. We're going to say Han. Jaden Hahn, he's in the pistol. He's got back to his direct back, 2 yards behind, 3 receiver set. Back goes to the wrong side, and Hahn's going to come to the near side. Covers the ball up, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then is tackled on the near boundary. Ball will keep going. It looked like Tyler Caesar was behind him in the backfield and might have gone the wrong way.
Yeah, Tyler Caesar definitely not on the same page, going to his left when the handoff was expected on the right. And once again, Hahn had to improvise. Managed to pick up a yard or two on that play, got it up to the 49-yard line. And there's a player down. Yeah. Is that Hahn?
No, Hahn trotted back to the other side. I can't quite tell who that is. That might be Aiden Kelly. I didn't catch the number there, but yes, there is a Little Green player down close to the Bedford sideline on the near side here.
Working the leg. Might be another cramp. We've had a few of those today.
So the medical staff will come out and attend to him. Coach on the other sideline will come across the field and check on his player. Looks like they're trying to stretch out the left leg of the injured player. Perhaps it's a calf cramp or a strain.
Yeah, that's the kind of weather you'd think for a crampy night.
You wouldn't think so. They're looks like the trainer is really putting a lot of pressure on the toe, so that might indicate that calf cramp.
So just 20 seconds into this second half, it'll be 2nd and 9. It was number 4, by the way, Nicholas Polishin, who was down. Nope, sorry, wrong roster. Aiden Kelly, number 4 for Central, who gets up and he's walking on his own, so that's good to see.
He'll go to the far sideline and take a play or two off. Ball will be on the near hash, the left side for the offense as the little green goes from right to left in the third quarter here. 11:40 left, only 20 seconds into the third quarter. 2nd and 9 on their own 44. Hahn will come out.
2nd down and 9.
Holmes is split wide to the right. Liam Murphy is flex tight end position, and Ramos is to the near side, split wide. Hahn will take the snap from center. Fakes the handoff on play action, scrambles back to his left-hand side, throws it deep down the field for Ramos, and he's going to be picked off again. Great play by Joel Poltrinari as he comes down with that jump ball along the near sideline, about the 20-yard line for Bedford. And that is a first down as he ripped it away from Joe Ramos.
Yeah, pressure from Bedford, led by Owen Christopher on that play, made Hahn rush the throw. And Poltrinari closed in on Joe Ramos and was able to get in front of him and pull that ball away. It was dual possession there for a moment, but I think Bedford pulled it away at the last second, so they're going to take over.
It's an exceptionally hard throw for Hahn as he's rolling to his left. He had Ramos, actually. Ramos was behind the defender, Poltrinari, but the ball was underthrown, and Poltrinari was able to come up with his second interception of the day. Outstanding play by the 6'1" junior, making the start in the defensive backfield. So Joe Michael will come to the line. He has two running backs, one split left to Grudinskis on the far side of the field. Michael fakes left, takes the ball off the right side of the line, and he'll gain about 6 yards.
Gets it up to the 25-yard line. That was the third interception thrown by Hahn today. Bedford guilty of one fumble early on.
Two by Poltrinari, and the other, who had the third pick?
I'll have to look that up.
Anyway, Bedford comes to the line. It's 2nd and 4. Michael has Grudinskis and Tagliaferro out in twins left. Tosses the sphere out to the left. He's going for a sweep, but cuts it back right inside. Scrambled there. Stacked up for just about a half a yard loss on that play. So it'll be about 3rd and 5.
Number of little green closing in on that play, led by DeJuan Tyler Folse.
We had a timeout, an official timeout. I couldn't see if either of the teams took a timeout. Oh, we had a holding call on Bedford, so they'll back them up 10 yards.
So it goes back to 2nd down, but it'll be 14 for the first.
Yeah. So 2nd and 14, 2nd and 15 about. Bulldogs on their own 14-yard line. Joe Michael gets the play from Coach Matthews. He'll trot into the huddle. And the clock starts to roll again. They come to the line. Grudinskis split left. Tagliaferro's in the slot left. Henryshawn off the left tackle. McAuliffe tight right. Joe Michael takes the snap. Looks downfield. Feels pressure, scrambles to his left. In the flat has Grudinskis, who came back to the ball, makes the catch, and now he's getting upfield. Splits back to the middle. Comes to the middle of the field, then gets tackled by pursuers from behind, but he has about a 25-yard gain on an excellent sit down in the flat. Michael found him, and they moved the sticks.
Yeah, Kerry Whitehead came up to make the tackle for Central. But that was a good play. Definitely a second choice on the passing target, but turned out to be a good play.
And again, Grudinskis worked back to the ball there, right? Michael was looking downfield, probably trying for a longer strike, but Grudinskis worked back to the ball, presented an option to Michael, and now he's split left. Tagliaferro near side in flanker position. Henryshawn in motion. Power right side. Sphere carries the ball right up the middle, keeps the legs turning and gets 9 yards. Not quite a first down, but good tough run right up the middle. Followed Henryshawn right off the right guard.
Simple play right there, just following Henryshawn.
And they block it up well and move the line of scrimmage up the field. So 2nd and 1. Just under 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 Bedford leads. in early third quarter action. Come to the line, Grudinskis left, Tagliaferro right, McAuliffe tight right, Henryshawn in his slot position there. Fake to the left, designed run for Michael. He comes around the right side, gets some blockers, and he gets about 8 or 9 yards for the first down.
Yeah, they get into central territory down to the 43-yard line. Tagliaferro is in motion going to the right, kind of cross things up with the central defense, and then Joe Michael decides to hold the ball and picks up about 10 yards on that play.
Yeah, Coach Matthews was hot at some of his offensive players there. I think he wants them to get out there. They were leading the play, but I'm not sure they were actually blocking anybody in front of Joe Michael. So he was hot, chirping some of his players, but it goes for an 8 or 9 yard gain, and the Bulldogs have 1st and 10 on the little green 43. Twins left, Grudinskis wide, Tagliaferro in the slot, McAuliffe tight right. Joe Michael takes the snap. Fakes. Grudinskis, wide receiver screen. Grudinskis got some room.
He's got a lane.
Down to the 15-10, and he's tackled there. Big pickup, though, as Grudinskis takes a small gain and makes it into a big gain on a nice little move to the outside.
Yeah, Grudinskis found a seam along the sideline, then turned on the Jets. I think he was thinking about the end zone, but got run down there by the little green defense. Still a big pickup. Red zone now. They're on the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, goal to go.
Stutter step there by Grudinskis. He waited for his block, and Tagliaferro did a nice job getting up on the cornerback there to get in his way, give Grudinskis a little bit of room, and make a fleet-footed move to the outside. So Michael in the pistol again. Tagliaferro is split wide right. Grudinskis left. Sphere in the backfield. Takes the handoff up the middle, comes to the right-hand side. Breaking tackles, gets down to about the 3-yard line, and he is tackled there. So it'll be 2nd and goal to go. 2nd and maybe 2 to go. Looks like they can get a first down at the 1-yard line. And the clock continues to roll. 21-0, Bedford threatening to score again as they are on, I can't quite tell if that's the 3 or 4 yard. Looks like the 3-yard line. And they are threatening to go ahead by 4 scores here.
From the central 3.
So 2 tight. Tagliaferro right, Grudinskis left. Sphere is behind Michael in the pistol. Henryshawn motions right. Pauses over the right guard. Michael's going to throw, slant to the left-hand side, and that's batted away. Grudinskis couldn't quite get inside the defender and make the play.
Yeah, Liam Murphy broke that up for Central. Nice play by him.
So you figure you can go for that on second down and near goal. Defender made a nice play just by position-wise. He's playing that slant, right? The harder throw is the fade to the corner, and so he's playing that slant heavily and was in good position to make a pass defense there.
Yeah, Liam Murphy's a big guy, and I think he used his reach to bat that ball away.
So they come to the line of scrimmage again. 2 tights are right, so McAuliffe is on the line, and Henryshawn is right off him. Michael gives the Sphere off the right-hand side, and he's in for a touchdown. Bulldogs go up 27-0 with 6:09 remaining in the third quarter, and they will line up for the extra point. But a successful drive right there, marked by Grudinskis' long reception along the far sideline to set up this score, and Joe Michael looks to add the extra point for a 28-0 lead. They line up, snap is back, Grudinskis with the hold. Joe Michael's kick is up, and it's through the uprights.
Perfect again.
28-0 Bedford, and that is an excellent way to start the third quarter with a pick and then a long drive, which started back on the 19-yard line for Bedford.
Bedford firing on all cylinders. They're getting the ball, they're getting turnovers, and they're making the Central Little Green pay with a great drive right there.
So Sphere's 3-yard touchdown run puts the Bulldogs up 28-0. Special teams come back. We'll get the kickoff by Joe Michael here in a moment. Tyler Caesar and Joe Ramos are deep to receive the kick. And we'll see the strategy again. We'll see if they go for a pooch or a deep kick, try to sideline, or just kick it away and deep to see what kind of coverage we get. But
there is a big gap between the 50 and the 30 where you can drop that pooch into.
Sure is. So Michael hesitates, resets. His kick is pooched into that little area, taken at the 30-yard line by Little Green. That receiver will just go down. And the Little Green will take over at their own 32-yard line as DeJuan Tyler Fultz was the one on the reception there of the kick.
I think he might have slipped.
Stumbled, slipped, whatever it was, he went down to the ground. Kept possession. So the Little Green will take over. It looks like the 33-yard line, not the 32. And Hahn is in the pistol again. He has Ramos to the near side split. Kadin Preston is behind him in the pistol, and they go to the wrong side again. Sphere will get the tackle for loss, as it looked like it was a designed run play.
Yeah, that was Preston. That was Kadin Preston, who was supposed to go to the right of Hahn, instead went to the left. Or actually left instead of right.
And Sphere was right there to benefit from that confusion. So it'll be about a 5 or 6 yard loss there. 5 yards. So 2nd and 15. Clock continues to run. About 5.5 to go here in the third quarter, and Bedford leads 28-0. So Hahn in the pistol, has Kadin Preston behind him. They run it off to the right side this time. Preston gets the ball, makes the right move, bounces to the left side, but he's going to be tackled about the line of scrimmage for no gain.
You know, it's such a fundamental thing knowing which side to receive a handoff from a quarterback, and we've seen that happen 3 times with the Central team today, so
True.
They need to get back to the drawing board.
And that could have been due to that layoff. They had a 10-day cease of football activities, and a lack of practice over the last 2 weeks is going to cause some confusion and some troubles, especially on the offensive side of the ball, where you need to be so detailed and practiced in your plays.
This is only their 2nd game of the season.
So Hahn will come to the line of scrimmage. Ramos split near side into the boundary. Ethan Holmes to the wide side. Empty backfield. Oh, I'm sorry. Preston was to his left. Hahn's going to take a sack here. Great push up front. We had both Magnus Steele as well as, who was that?
Chardonnay, 25?
Yeah, Colin Chandonnet in on Hahn quickly. He had nowhere to go with that. No time to look for a receiver downfield. And we have 4th and 23. The punt unit comes on.
So a 3 and out here for the Little Green. Bedford will get the ball back with 4 minutes to go here in the third.
Punt return team is on. It looks like they are short of a player, so one is hustling on at the last minute here.
And the punter is Reagan Fort, number 88.
Reagan Fort takes the low snap, bounces back to him. Good punt, though. Out and away. Fair catch called for.
Interference.
Grudinskis looked like it was run into it by his own man. The ball goes far sideline. It looks like the Little Green have recovered. So let's look at that replay. It looks like Grudinskis was bumped by his own player. Unfortunate occurrence there as Owen Christopher bumps into Grudinskis as he was looking to make that fair catch. So no penalty on the play, as it was his own player that bumped into him and interfered with the catch.
Yeah, he was trying to make a block, but wound up going into his own man there.
Sure did. So fortunate turn of events for the Little Green as they take over on their own 48.
Let's see if they can put together a drive here with a shorter field.
So Hahn, pistol formation. Hands off to Preston. Preston comes to the near sideline. Up, breaks the tackle right there on, looks like Magnus Steele came up and was pushed off with a stiff arm, and Preston makes about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Yeah, it was a good run. This time he went to the right side to pick up the handoff.
in on the tackle.
And wound up picking up 6 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
It might have been Irwin coming out to make that tackle who got stiff-armed, but either way, good pickup for Preston there as he came to the near side and had a good gain for the Little Green. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Bedford leads 28-0, but the Little Green are trying to capitalize on a special teams error on the fair catch.
We've got a Bedford player down, just got up, number 11.
That's Joel Poltrinari. Seems to be walking off a tweaked ankle or something.
Bulldogs Central's on the Bulldogs 45-yard line here. 2nd down and 4.
So it looks like Luke Soden will check in at cornerback here on the near side. The sophomore getting some time.
2nd down and 4.
Hahn comes back here in the pistol formation. Preston is to his left. One wide right, one wide left. Preston gets the handoff, bounces into the middle, but he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage and tackled about the 45. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Steele hit him first, slowed him up, and the rest of the Bulldog defense caught up.
The tackle was made by Parker Hendershon.
So
Hendershon credited with the tackle.
That brings up
3rd and 3, 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 28-0, Bedford leads. And Manchester Central comes to the line of scrimmage with Jaden Hahn in the pistol formation again. Holmes is wide right, Ramos wide left, Preston in the backfield with him again. Hahn takes the snap, fakes to Preston, play action, looks for this slant on the left side to Ramos, but it's through his hands, and that's incomplete. So we're going to have 4th and 3 on the 45-yard line.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to be going for it here.
Yeah, I would think this is 4-down territory. Again, down 4 scores. You know, kind of an awkward position here as far as field position. They're not really going to punt the ball, although they could try to angle a punt out inside the 20-yard line, but it's 4th and 3. They're going to have confidence in their offense, and they'll go for this. So Little Green in their huddle, devising their best 4th and 3 play. Probably similar to what they would have for a 2-point conversion play. But it is a key junction for them. They were standing and waiting for the play clock, and they will take a timeout. So 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. 28-0 Bedford leads. It will be a 4th and 3 on the Bedford 45. And we'll see what kind of play the Little Green can come up with.
Special thanks going out to the bass fishing and girls hockey teams for donating their time this evening to help the concession stand. BBABC encourages all families to swing by and not only grab a snack, but find out more about the activities of the Bedford Athletic Boosters Club.
Nice donation of time for them. You could pick up a little slip of paper to see about the Athletics Booster Club. Membership information, 1, 2, 3, and 4-year memberships. Money goes all into the athletics program here at Bedford High School. It's getting chilly out there. I see a couple of knit hats on.
Yeah, I think it's coming close to the 40s.
George Cox, our camera guy's got his beanie on. I love to see it. Patriots, of course. And so we're getting ready to get back into play here. Little Green come to the line of scrimmage. Ramos is split to the right side. Near side is Aiden Kelly. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Hahn takes the snap, rolls to his right, passes. Ball is up. Great ball play right there. I can't quite see who came out down with that. It looks like might be Ramos came down with the reception.
Nope, number 9.
Number 9
That was DeJuan Tyler Fultz. A great catch. It was a jump ball, and he came down with it. And Parker Hendershon was barreling in on Jaden Hahn.
Yeah, pressure on Hahn. Rolled out of the pocket, got over to that right side. And They had a designed play to flood that right side with those 3 receivers. 3 different levels. And Tyler Fultz came down with it. So
they convert another 4th down, 3 for 4 in this game.
3 receivers set to the left side, 1 split right. Preston takes the handoff from Hahn. He'll go to the right side, break a couple tackles, break a couple more, and he gets down to the 30-yard line or so, and he might have a first down.
Very close
on that run. So 1:45 left. Clock will start after the sticks move. Ball's on the 29-yard line. In Bedford territory here, as the Little Green have their best offensive drive going of the game right here.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the best one they've had since the last one that stalled on the 1-yard line with a interception.
So 4 wide, slots to both sides. Preston in the backfield with Hahn. Hahn takes the snap, fakes to Preston, ball's out to the right side. Ramos catches it, gets down to about the 19-yard line. So about another 9 yards or so.
That was a quick hit, and Ramos was wide open on the sideline.
Quick hitch on the outside. 4 or 5 yards down the field, makes the catch, got upfield for another 4 yards. So 2nd and 1, just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll probably get one more play here.
Most likely will. If they don't, it'll be a delay of game, so they'll get at least one more play. So again, 4 wide receivers, slots both sides. Empty backfield. Hahn in the pistol. Takes the snap, looks right. Delivers. Ball is caught, but out of bounds. There is a flag on the play, and it looked like it was in the defensive backfield, so we might have a defensive holding, maybe a pick call.
Ethan Holmes was the receiver for Central, and I thought he had managed to get a foot in bounds. He was tiptoeing along the sideline, but the play is going against Central.
Yeah, so ineligible man downfield, and the penalty will push them back to a 3rd and 6, I believe. Excuse me, 2nd and 6. Repeat the down. So 2nd and 6. Ineligible man downfield. Ball's on the 25-yard line. And we will replay the down. 15 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Clock is stopped, so they'll be able to get the play off in this quarter.
And then they will swap ends. So the Little Green break the huddle. They trot to the line of scrimmage. The same formation. Empty backfield. 5 receivers. Hahn takes the snap here in the pistol. Looks left, looks back to the right. Looks deep downfield, throws it, and it's off the hands of the receiver at the 1-yard line. Can't make the catch. Ramos was there.
That was Ramos. You know, that was a catch he should have made.
He really should. He hesitated, pumped, put that ball right in between the 2 safeties, and Ramos definitely could have caught that ball, but can't quite corral it. 8.9 seconds left here. 3rd and 7. So Little Green will have another shot at it here. Probably 4 down territory here again. Same set, 5 wide receivers in the set. Hahn in the pistol. Barks out the calls. He'll take a design quarterback draw up the middle.
And he's got the room. I think he's just short.
He is caught at about the 21-yard line, so I think he is going to be short. 20 or 21. 3rd quarter runs out. We'll swap ends of the field. And the Bulldogs hold a 28-0 lead at the end of 3.
It's your turn to read the script.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Sure, I can certainly do that. So the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the generous sponsors from the Bedford community. Spectrum Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, Andrade Management Group, Wicked Good Butcher,
Butcher,
New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics, all contributing to the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club.
So next week, we hope to bring you radio coverage of the game against the Memorial Crusaders. It'll be at Shabbat Field in Manchester. 7 o'clock start. I believe Memorial is off their COVID hiatus.
Yeah, they had a similar halt of football activities, a 10-day complete no activity period, and it was only days away from the start of the Manchester Central COVID cease of activities. So tough times for both of those programs. I believe both of them missed two games, two weekend or Friday night games. One was against each other. I think one was Exeter was affected and Goffstown was affected by the halt of football activities for these two programs. We're going to line to back it up.
And that's going to complicate the playoffs as they try to figure out whether to make up games or base records on the games played.
Sure is. Start of the fourth quarter, 4th and 2, 5 wide receivers set. Hans looking to draw him off sides, barking out some hard counts. The Bulldogs are maintaining their discipline. Hahn takes a snap, goes up the middle, and he's tackled by Irwin for a loss. And that will be a turnover on downs.
So Central stalls again. They've had pretty good luck on 4th down. Not that time, though. Like I said, Christopher sniffed it out.
Well, that was Russell Irwin. You could see him right there on the replay. Sliced through the offensive line. Made an excellent individual effort to tackle Hahn behind the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs will take over on their own 23-yard line.
So a promising Central drive comes to a stop. Bedford takes over here, 28-0 lead with 11:55 to go here in the 4th.
Michael trots into the huddle, calls out the play, and the Bulldogs will come to the right line of scrimmage. Looks like they're short a player on the, they're going overside to the right. Handoff out to the right side. Russell Ledger takes it out to the right side. He is stopped for no gain. Ledger Russell goes out to that right side, and yeah, it looks like no gain, maybe 2-yard gain.
So Coach Matthews starting to get some of the bench players into the game. Michael comes in with the play. They're going to give him 2 yards on that.
Twins to the left side here. Henryshawn is off the left tackle. Pitch out here to the near side into the boundary. Ledger Russell gets out around the outside, gets a first down, runs over a tackler, and he will get a first down and move those sticks. Good tough run there by Russell.
Yeah, 38. And Ethan Holmes had some cleat marks on him.
Yeah, that was a tough play right there. You can see here right at the end of the run, lowers the shoulder, and Russell puts a hurt on that would-be tackler. So they do move the sticks. Ball is at the 38-yard line. 11:04 remaining here in the game. And the Bulldogs in control, 28-0, and the ball. Twins right. Tackle over to the right side. Russell gets the handoff, goes to the right side for no gain, maybe a yard.
And Russell pulled down from behind by Tyler Caesar and came up from behind, made the tackle.
Injured player for the Little Green here. So officials timeout while they tend to number 72, Jacob Wong. Looks like he took a hit in the pile there for the defensive lineman. So Coach Matthews will bring his team over to the side. They'll discuss the strategy for the next about 11 minutes as there are 10:50 left here in the game. 2nd and 9 with the Bulldogs in command.
While we've got a moment, let's wish good luck to the cross-country team who are having a good season so far. Their next meet is Saturday in Bedford, Vermont. So they'll be traveling quite a ways to run their next meet.
So it looks like Tyler Caesar has also taken a seat. He might be tending to a cramp. I don't think he was injured on the play, but might be cramping after. So there are 2 Little Green players that are down on the field.
Congratulations are in order to the varsity field hockey team, who are now 11-1 after a win over Nashua South on Wednesday. They will be back in action against Memorial on Monday. Of course, boys soccer will be here, both JV and varsity playing at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock respectively. Stadium will be open, obviously, without football. And volleyball tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. They'll be defending their undefeated record of 10-0 against the Clippers of Portsmouth.
So the girls' varsity and JV soccer programs were out in Keene today. The varsity soccer program is riding an undefeated season so far. I think they have all wins and 1 tie. Checking on a score right now. I don't have it yet, but I know the JV team were victorious for the girls' soccer program. I'm checking on the varsity score now. So a slight delay here as they help out Jacob Wong.
And he has to be helped off the field, so
he's favoring his right leg. So we hope Jacob is okay. Ball spotted on the Bedford 39-yard line as they come out right to left. They are back in the huddle and looking to continue this drive. It is 2nd and 9, 10:50 to go here in the game. Looks like we might have a few substitutions. Michael is in the pistol. Ledger Russell is behind him. 2 wide receivers. Twins formation out to the right-hand side. Quick pass out to Grudinskis. Tagliaferro with the block again. Grudinskis gets up the field, and he's going to have about a 16 or 17-yard gain.
Gets up to the central 45-yard line.
Again, good footwork there. Getting a block by Tagliaferro, but also making a quick move to the outside, and Grudinskis has another reception.
Ball's into central territory at the Little Green 44.
So, ball's on the Little Green 44. Bedford driving here. Trips to the left-hand side here. Michael, pistol formation. Hands off to the left-hand side. Almost fumbled the ball, but Ledger Russell again with a tough run, running over people right at the end. Punishing the tacklers as he lowers that shoulder and keeps his head of steam.
Picks up about 12 yards, good for a first down.
Moves the sticks down to the Little Green 31.5-yard line. Boy, he's a tough runner, strong, gets the head of steam going, and he's punishing these D-backs as they try to tackle him. He's breaking through the front 7, and once he gets to that next level, he's really trying to make those tacklers pay. So Grudinskis split right, Tagliaferro in motion to the left. And he'll get the handoff from Michael. Lead blocker, Ledger Russell. Tagliaferro gets all the way around to the right side. Tackled down out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, 26-yard line. About a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and about 5.
Bedford happy to keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving. Under 10 minutes. Nursing a shutout here. Quick reminder, of course, that the Bulldogs had a shutout just 2 weeks ago against the Portsmouth Oyster River Clipper Cats, 29-0.
So Russell comes to the side. Sphere is back in behind Michael. Slot left. Sphere gets the handoff, and he's wrapped up quickly behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of about 2 or 3 on that play.
Yeah, it was Kerry Whitehead there for the Little Green making that solo tackle.
Nice tackle in the backfield.
So we'll have 3rd and 7 or 8.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Clock is still ticking, though. Just over 8.5 to go here. Bedford leads 28-0 in the 4th quarter.
I think Joe Michael would need a couple more yards to get within field goal range.
I would think so. Right now it would be about a 45-yarder. So imagine he might try to sprint out to the left-hand side here. Play action. Michael scrambles to the left.
Got room if he wants to run.
Looks, finds Tagliaferro over the middle and makes a nice catch, getting up high, pulling the ball down, and he falls to the ground at about the 12-yard line, but that's good enough for a first down, and they move the sticks.
Oh, that was a very nice catch by Tagliaferro. Went airborne. Pulled it out of the sky, went down, held on to it, got a first down for Bedford.
Yeah, Michael got away with one there. He certainly had Tagliaferro wide open, but you hear him tell quarterbacks all the time, don't throw late over the middle. That was late over the middle, and it worked out, but it goes against that conventional thinking.
And he had plenty of room. He probably could have picked up the first down with his legs.
Sure did, yeah. The defense was ready. They were in coverage in the zone, and he probably had room to run it himself. So we got slot to the right side. Sphere takes the handoff, goes right up the middle, runs into a host of tacklers, but he'll still gain 4 yards as they get down to the Little Green 7-yard line. So it will be 2nd and 6, about 2nd and 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're going to give him 5 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 5. Could still pick up the first down right about the 1-yard line.
Ledger Russell checks back into the backfield as Sphere comes to the sideline. And we have slot right. Michael takes the snap, hands it to Ledger Russell, and he's into the left side for a touchdown. 7-yard scamper by Ledger Russell. And the Bulldogs go up 34-0 with 6:44 left here in the fourth quarter, looking to tack on the extra point. So nice to see the sophomore Ledger Russell get on the scoreboard and in the books for a touchdown this evening against the Little Green. Coach Matthews gives him a fist bump and a tap on the helmet. And the sideline is happy for that young man as he makes good on a 7-yard scamper. Michael for the extra point. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. It looks like they got a tip on it. And it is blocked. So extra point is no good, but it's still a 34-0 lead. They got a good push up in the middle, as you see here on the replay. Strong push from the right side, and that's seemingly who got a piece of it.
Yeah, somebody from the central team blew right through the line, was able to get a hand on that.
So another special teams error by the Bulldogs, but from a point standpoint, that is not going to matter too much as the Bulldogs have a 34-0 lead. .6:44 left here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team trots out to the right-hand side here. The marching band in the stands right in front of the press box here, trying to fire up the stands, the remaining fans that are here. Kickoff team is ready. Michael is back, waits for the whistle. Now he approaches. Kicks it deep this time. Back to receive that. Looks like
Caesar.
It's Tyler Caesar. Comes up, gets to about the 30-yard line where he's stacked up and will be tackled at about the 31.
So Central will try again to break this shutout. They've had a couple of good drives. They end in turnovers or turnovers on downs.
Central will start this drive at their own 31.
So the Little Green offense comes back on the field. Nice cool air is
Wafting through the press box.
flowing through the open window near the camera. We got to love that. A little chill in the air. Feels great. So Hahn in the pistol formation. Hands to Caesar. Caesar goes to the left-hand side. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets about back to the line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 1 or no gain.
Yeah, he broke one tackle, but it was number 88, Parker Bromley, was able to bring him down.
So we are seeing a few defensive substitutions at this point for the Bulldogs. getting some younger players in.
Kevin Sheridan in the game now, number 80.
Looks like Alex Grudinskas is in the defensive backfield, as well as Josh Attar. Linebacking crew is shifted out too. Little Green come to the line. 4 wide receivers set. Hahn in the pistol. Takes the snap. Fakes to Caesar, rolls right in pursuit, but he gets it off and a completion downfield for about a 20-yard gain to number 4, Aiden Kelly. Good reception there with his hands out and away from the body.
Beautiful pass by Hahn. Dropped the dime there. Got it just over the head of the Bedford defender.
It's a drag route from the backside there. It's tough to cover as he comes across the faces of all the linebackers. And nicely designed play as they got Hahn out into space, and they were able to make that completion. So 1st and 10 on the just about the 50-yard line. It's about a half a yard over into Bedford territory. 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Bedford leads 34-0. Hahn brings his team to the line of scrimmage for the Little Green. 4 wide receivers set. Caesar to his right in the backfield. Snap comes in. He looks to the left-hand side. Doesn't see what his first receiver. Looks downfield, and the ball is thrown deep. Knocked away there deep by, looks like Tagliaferro. No, I'm sorry. Owen Christopher got a left hand up there and bats the ball away on the long pass from Hahn.
Yeah, I believe he was trying to hit Ramos again, overthrew him, and Christopher had the best chance on the ball.
So incomplete pass, come back to about the 50-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I'm kind of surprised Central isn't trying some more intermediate plays instead of going for the long pass.
Yeah, they've targeted Ramos a couple of different times on deep plays. He's split to the near sideline. 3 receivers set. Ball comes back and through Hahn's hands, has trouble with that shotgun, and he'll eat it for about a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, the snap wasn't bad. I think that Hahn might have taken his eye off the ball and bounced off his hands. Luckily, he was able to pull it back in, but he did lose about 6 yards on that play.
Yeah, it did come back hot, and I just don't think he was ready for the speed there. Wasn't off target, but came back with some velocity, and as you said, he came down with it for about a 6-yard loss. So 3 receiver set now. Looks like Trevor Wong is in the backfield. He'll take the handoff to the left-hand side. He is not able to escape the host of Bedford defenders there, led by Parker Bromley. And he'll take maybe a loss. No, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
No gain, so it'll be 4th down and 16. Just under 4 minutes to play here. I would imagine this is a punting situation, but they might go for it. Hahn trots back to the huddle.
Surprisingly, Central's had better luck on 4th and long than they have on 4th and short.
And it is a 4th and long here as they have 16 yards to gain. Hahn in the pistol takes the snap. Quick kick. It goes out to the left-hand side, out of bounds at about the 38-yard line for the Bulldogs. So
only about 18 yards net gain in field position.
It did get him out of trouble, so Hahn's quick kick turns it over to the Bulldogs, who will take over on their own 39 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the game.
We'll see if Joe Michael stays in. Maybe they'll put the backup in. And I think they did. Andrew Chen?
Chen is in the game. I don't think he's the quarterback, though, as the quarterback is still with Coach Matthews. And trotting onto the field now is Danny Black.
Yeah.
Danny Black, the sophomore quarterback, 5'10", trots into the huddle and calls out the play. We haven't seen much of Danny Black yet this year, but he is a formidable backup for Joe Michael. Has had a great season on the JV team, and he'll take some snaps here for the varsity team. In the pistol, takes the snap, looks quick to the right side, passes out, almost tipped, and it goes through the hands of Andrew Chen, incomplete. I think he was distracted as that looked like Ramos might have been getting into the passing lane there, or DeJuan Tyler Fultz was out there as well.
Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10.
So incomplete pass, only 3 seconds tick off the clock. And Danny Black will come back into the huddle with 3:08 left here in the 4th quarter. So 2 wide set. Black calls out the play call, takes the pistol snap, hands it off up the left-hand side. Alex Grodinskis gets wrapped up but keeps his legs churning, breaks a few tackles, and turns it into about a 20-yard gain. So good job by keeping his legs going.
Yeah, stick to it. He just shook off that one tackle attempt.
Yep.
Spun his way around it from 2 different defenders, got away from both, and picked up the first down and then some. About a 17-yard gain.
But it's coming back on a holding call. We didn't see that hanky on the field. So an excellent run by the younger Grodinskis, the sophomore, is going to be wiped out by a holding call on the 46 or 47-yard line. It's like the 46, so it'll be an odd 2nd and 13. But the clock continues to tick as we're just under 3 minutes to go here. Bedford leads 34-0 over the Little Green in the waning moments of the 4th quarter here. Black in the pistol again. Trips to the right side. Snap is bobbled. Black can't corral it, but it is pounced on by Grodinskis, Alex Grodinskis, as he's behind Black. And that will be
loss of about 9.
A loss of, 9. So it will be 3rd and many. About 20 yards to go for that first down.
That snap was a bit off center. It was to the left of Black.
A little bit to the left, but again, probably could have been handled. So 3rd and 20. That penalty really kind of set him back there, right? After a great run by Grodinskis, that negative yardage type play. It's got to be frustrating for the coach, but just about the only thing that's been frustrating this evening. Black toss sweep to Grodinskis. He'll get out to the right-hand side. Far side of the field. Runs through a few tacklers, gets up to about the 40-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 9. This is a classic toss sweep here. Black reverse pivots and tosses it out to Alex Grodinskis. And he made a nice run for about 11 yards.
And they're leaving the offense out there. I think they're going to go for it.
So just over a minute to go. They'll probably wind the play clock down as much as they can. You know, it's kind of a coaching call here. Do you punt the ball away and play the field position battle? Do you give your young offense another chance at it? It looks to me like they might send the punt team out there and run the play clock down, take a timeout. Yeah, so timeout for Bedford.
Okay.
48.9 seconds to go here in the game this evening. Bedford leads 34-0. And they will punt the ball away after this timeout. So long passes to Tagliaferro, Grodinskis, and Grodinskis. That's Andrew Grodinskis in the first half. Put them up 21-0. And then runs. They beat them on the ground in the second half. 2 touchdowns, one by Logan Sphere and the other by Ledger Russell, the youngster, coming in for the 4th quarter. And the Bulldogs are up 34-0 in the last minute of play here against the Little Green. A couple of nice interceptions along the way, too.
Yeah, Bedford won the turnover battle today with 3 interceptions.
Poltrinari had 2 of those. Tagliaferro had 1. They did give it up one on a fumble by Russell Irwin, but they were able to win the overall turnover battle. They will punt the ball away. Joe Michael takes the snap, kicks the ball deep. Decent kick, back down. Ball is muffed there and covered by Bedford on the 25. So, tough ball to catch there. It looked like Gavin Courier was trying to settle under it and couldn't quite make the catch. Popped out right in front of the Bedford player. And the Bulldogs will take over there. I can imagine, though, we'll just bury it into the line of scrimmage, maybe even take a knee on the victory formation with 37 seconds left here. But this game is all but over.
Next Friday will be in Memorial, Chabot Field, bringing you the game between the Bulldogs and the Crusaders. Bedford has 5 road games this year out of the 9 games being played, 4 of them at home, 5 on the road. But at this point of the season, it's going to be 2-2. They'll play 2 on the road. They'll play against Memorial. Then the following week at Exeter, it's going to be a tough contest. And then the last 2 are at home against Concord and Spalding.
So Danny Black takes the snap, kneels it down. I think he will need to take one more with a 35-second play clock. Or is that going to do it?
I think that'll do it.
That might just do it.
So great win.
Yeah,
great bounce back after the game against Goffstown.
It sure was. You know, the Bulldogs offense had sputtered. They had some turnovers with the 5 interceptions last week, but it was a very different story this year with, this week with great offensive performance. 34-0 win for the Bulldogs, and they'll carry some momentum into next week.
Thanks a lot to our crew, Corey. Always great working with you. George Cox on the camera on location. On the replays, it's Bill Jennings and Colleen Richardson. We'll be back with you radio only next week against Memorial. Final score 34-0 Bedford over Central. You've been watching and listening to Bedford football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.